The first thing we're going to want to do, obviously, is look at all this. There's a whole bunch of muted tracks. There's a whole bunch of non-muted tracks. I'm going to show you what I would do. You could delete them by right-clicking. These are like little edges and stuff. So I'm right-clicking here, by the way, for those who have no clue about that. Right-clicking, dragging, deleting. There. Next, go to Tools, Macros, Purge Unused Audio Clips. What this is going to do is take the clips that is not in the playlist and basically say, "Be gone. You're out." So look at this bar, this gray bar right here. Wow, look how much you deleted. So those are all unused things. I don't know why this sampler is always here. That saves a lot of space, and yeah. So good tip, let me go ahead and show you now, which is the next part, is to organize it in a brick format. So what I mean by a brick format is, you see how there's stuff grouped up here, and this is, you know, in the same, was this a column? Basically, I'm taking the name over here, I'm holding left shift, and I'm scrolling up or down on my mouse wheel to get the track to its position. So here's the empty clip, I'm just moving down and out the way. Another way to easily do it, hold left control, click and highlight, and then drag up. Just keep in mind it will not be in the same track name if you do that, so depending if you already named it or not. Speaking of naming it or not, that's going to be our next thing that we're going to have to do. So here's one, right click EO, we're gone with the empty clip. Here's some extra stuff that's called mic, and we don't need right click EO, right click, right, Cool, now we have a more healthy looking board, except everything is named this, again, still an issue, and all these are named mic, which that's not a mic. So next up, we're gonna have to go ahead and rename these tracks and give it a pretty color if you want. So here is the beat name. I'm gonna name it this. I'm gonna give it a color, it doesn't matter, and I'm gonna label everything now based on what it is. So here is the intro.
You already know Big Monster checking in, nigga.
So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and right or middle click, call it intro, give it a color if I want. Here's another one. This is the intro pound, because that's all he says on this one. Pound. Basically, what we're gonna do is rename these as it is what they are. So this is the chorus. I'm gonna put that color. So I'm gonna give this a relative color since it is the same, you know, theme. Now that we have these rows, I guess, colored and organized the way we want these tracks to be, notice over here it's still unnamed the right way. This is where the magic happens though. We're gonna right click, go to auto name clips. So you go right click and press C, and look at that, intro and intro 2. These are two different takes, so it named it accordingly. The intro 1, intro 2, or intro number 2, because it, you know, happened second. So if I were to do something like that, right click and go to auto name clips, look at that, now it flipped, which I don't want that. So right click C. So I guess you already know what we're gonna do, right? Every one of these, right click C. There you go. So everything is doing its magic and working accordingly. Now look at this beautiful organized thing. Hit thumbs up, by the way. Hit thumbs up for your boy. Now we have these things color coded and the way we want them. We could just move them around the way we want it to, you know, be. Hold on, for some reason this is called verse 1 hype 4. Oh, you know what? I see why. Because this one, this chorus track here, is actually part of this track here, so it's the same thing. So if you do go and see this type of, you know, effery, you could go ahead and make a track unique, like right here, the verse 1 hype 4. If I show you, I'll click here, go to select all similar clips, and you see they're all the same track. So you could go here, click make unique, or make unique as sample, depending on if you want to. And just like that, we have two now. I could go ahead and right click this and press C, and then right click this one, press C, and there we go. Everything looks nice now. Here is the last thing that you could do, or you will do, is highlight all of them here, and then we're gonna give it a home in the mixer. Find an empty series of tracks. So I'm starting here at track 14. Left control, left shift, and finally L. All right, there we go. We can actually change the intensity of the color. View, colorful mixer, height. Wow, that's beautifully eye hurting now. Okay, that's better. So here we have everything here organized. Now, oh, by the way, I'm highlighting left alt, left click, or left mouse to right mouse. So there we go. Everything has its own place, and you can even, you know, take these similar tracks, highlight them, go here, right click, route to this one only. Now, all of these are in this one, so they're all affected by that. So yeah, you could do that, right click. That's a good thing about having the same color. Right click, bam. These courses we'll keep separate. But yeah, that's basically organizing everything there. Now everything looks beautiful and good and nice to work with. You can even right click and G to group these tracks. So now all the hypes are there, or maybe you want all the verses to be, you know, part of one thing. So now all this is verse 1 right here, and so forth. So right click G. That's if you want to do it like that. And look at that. We have a nice organized playlist.